What is up, MHL? Meet the Assassin is here with freaking week 1 of MHL. We're going to be talking about the point differences and the divisions, because it's getting pretty ridiculous, and even in the first week. Alright, let's look at that right now. There for some reason, like for week 1, the point differences are pretty high. It's ridiculous on like some of the point differences I'm going to be talking about here. I mean, 6, 10, 11 points coming here. I mean, there's only two out of all of them that have actually a close point difference, like between 1, 2, and 3, and between last and first places are really bad. But let's get to it right now. Blood, Sweat, and Beers. This is MHL East Atlantic, by the way. 6-2-1 with 13 points. We got I Can't Drink This, It's Warm 4-5-0 with 8 points, and Segregated Saints 1-7-1 with 3 points. Not doing too well. All they're in the bottom. 10-point difference from first place in their division, and first between second, 5 points. That's 2, 3, 4 series between almost all of them just to be able to get up there. And that's just the start of it. I mean, let's go to Northeast right here. This is one of the closer ones. Peter North Stars 6-2-0, 12 points. Thirst Fun Babies, and with 11 points, 5-3-1. Victorious Valorians 4-4-1 with 9 points. That's more of a close range, 12-11, 1 point difference. Both have not the same games, actually. Peter North Stars only have 8. I don't know how that happened. Not played one. I don't know. Thirst Fun Babies with 9 games played, and same as Victorious Valorians, 9 games played. 12 points, 11 points, 9 points. Let's go to MHL East. Southeast with a 7-1-1, one of the top out there so far. Second in the whole league with 15 points. Face Painters 4-2-3, 11 points, and Banana Show 2-3-1 with 5 points. Big difference right there. 10 points, 15-5 from first to last in that division, and 4 points from first and second. That's 2 series, yeah. 2 series behind, and they all have the same game played except for Banana Show has 6. The Grease Grapplers. Before we get to those though, what is your insight on this, Hollywood? I mean, what do you think between the point differences on here? If it's gonna get higher, lower? Predictions. I mean. Yeah, I'm thinking to get higher as it goes on, especially for the Seaside Snipers. Probably Blood, Sweat, and Beers doing a good time, good season this year. So I think it's gonna get higher, and a lot of them are gonna be going down low. I mean, there is a lot of games left, so I'm not gonna count any of them out. It's happened in the past in seasons where teams have come back and have taken the division championships, or at least gone to the playoffs. Let's go to the other side here with MHL West. We're going to Central. Grease Grapplers, Splinter Shafts, All Gemmas, Love Juice. 9-8-7 all point ratios. We're going 4-4-1 for Grease Grapplers, Splinter Shafts 4-5-0, and On Gemmas is 3-2-1. On Gemma has 6 games, so they are 3 games behind. So see, maybe the point difference might change a little bit here in the next series. But as for right now, it's 9-8-7, which is probably the closest one you're gonna get right now. 1 point behind each other. MHL West and Northwest. WSB, WSLTP, 8-0-1 with 17 points. Highest one right now for this week 1 and for this league, and in first place for this league. Madhouse on Madison 6-3-0 with 12 points, and War Pigs with 2-5-2 with 6 points. Big difference there. 11 points, highest one so far. It's getting pretty ridiculous in the Northwest right now with Cam-I-Am's team beating up on everybody and getting us 17 points, and War Pigs on the bottom with only 6 right now. It's about 4 series or 3 series behind, even more than 3 series. I'm correct myself. Probably around he probably has to win 2-3 series just to even beat them, and that's with if the Carolina teams doesn't win any games. MHL West Pacific, Bayside Tigers 6-3-0, 12 points through Death Dirty Danglers 3-6-0 with 6 points. Toucans of Wabass with 2-5-1 with 5 points. Second and third teams close. Top team, it is close with the other teams. It is a quite close range, but then again, that is a 3-series deficit between Death Dirty Danglers and Bayside Tigers. All had the same games played. So besides Toucans of Wabass do have only 8 games played, so that's probably how the Peter North Stars had 8 games played, and Toucans of Wabass have 8 games played. That's about it, but those differences are pretty ridiculous. I mean, on the other side, Hollywood, what do you think the other side is going to be? Is it going to be close, just like West Central? Is that going to stay how it is, or you have any predictions of where it's going to go up, or Northwest? Maybe Miami's team is going to make more of a difference between their teams. Yeah, definitely, from my opinion, I think West Central going to keep it close. A lot of the teams are pretty solid. Got Actizi's, Kick Out of Jams, and Seagull's team going on right around there. So, it's going to be a pretty close game going on in that area of MHL West Central. Northwest, I think KMIM teams is going to burst out of there with flying colors and just basically take out the points on that Northwest side. And Pacific, I think it's going to stay right around where it is. Pretty between 3 series deficit between all of them. But to get to the point here, I'm going to talk about one more team before I end on this. Is the KMIM's team, which we talked about, is first in the league right now, 17 points, above Seaside Snipers with 15 points, 8 all-in-1 with 1 overtime loss. Their logo is very confusing, and so is their name. We're all going to die with a present and a cake in their hand, and their name is WSB WSLTP. Don't know what that stands for. Don't want to ask right now. They're on a 6-win streak right now. The last games they played were against the War Pigs and Sakura Saints, both 3 series sweeping them, and have been doing well for a long time here. They got 30 goals forced with 16 goals against. It's a pretty ridiculous team right now. They got their goalie Exadius in net with 6 games played and 6 wins and 1 shutout. And he's doing pretty good. He has a lot less shots, though, only 80 shots right now. Most goalies have around 130 at this point, but he has good D, so props to that. And let's look at the forward stats. KMIM 9 points, and he has 9 games played. Sorry, excuse me. He has 13 goals and 25 points, and that's added with his assists of 12. Good team right now. KMIM, of course, is a good forward, and the rest of his team is doing well also with Cloudy Days and Drift King. Drift King getting 4 game-winning goals here for this team. Most out of their team right now, and takeaways, KMIM having 50, which is a high number also. The defensemen, as I was talking about, with E-Rod and EMC mostly on D for this team. For stats wise, doing very well, getting some assists in there to help out their team and keeping up their plus minus. But overall, this team is doing very well. Next game that probably is playing is Actizi's team with 4-4-1. I'm thinking out of these 2 teams, KMIM team is going to beat them. They have more higher ranked stats than them. So this is going to be either going to be a blowout or at least a 2-1 series for KMIM. And that's about it, Hollywood. You can get lasting notes, talk about that team if you want to. But other than that, I am signing out. I will see you MHL. Peace.